episode of Punk 5 Pop. Today, I want to touch on something that was brought up by the Rick and Morty producer and creator Dan Harmon about diversity in voice acting. Because. Okay, so I'm plugging along today, and I'm checking out some news from all your different trade sites, and I stumble onto this from freaking Dan Harmon, who, let's be honest, Dan Harmon should probably shut up after the drama he's already gotten wrapped up in, just from old videos popping up. Let's not draw back attention to ourselves, but whatever. It's fine, apparently. So we got the article here from Deadline. Rick and Morty's executive producers Dan Harmon and Scott Marder on TV animation's voice-over whitewashing controversy. Now, if you haven't heard about this, more and more now people are demanding that if you're in a anime or a cartoon like Family Guy, and the character is black, the voice actor also has to be black or from that specific type of background. So it's not even so much they have to be black, they have to be black and from this specific background of the black community. God, it's so stupid. You see where the problem is with that? The more specific you want to get with who can do the voice acting for this specific character, the fewer and fewer voice actors you're going to be able to find to actually do that part. So it starts becoming less and less about the quality of the voice actor and just their skin color. Which, of course, is not racist in any way. No. That's not racism. We're just, hiring you based on the color of your skin. It's fine. It's totally fine. You don't even actually have to be all that good of a actor, just so long as you're the right color. Good God. So apparently this came up after Rick and Morty got a second Emmy win for an animated program on the Emmy Awards last night. Didn't even know the Emmys had gone on. I care so little about award shows anymore. But Kristen Bell in June stepped away from playing the mixed race character of Molly on HBO's Central Park, saying on Instagram that casting a mixed race character with a white actress undermines the specificity of the mixed race and black American experience. Okay, just right there, the character in the show can actually touch on the issues that are faced by people who are mixed race or black or Hispanic or Asian. It doesn't matter who the person doing the voice acting is. You can still write that character having those experiences being voiced by friggin' purple alien, for God's sakes. It doesn't matter. If you want to really touch on it mattering who is doing what behind the scenes, it would matter more that people writing this character were from that background, had those experiences to make it more realistic what this character is going through. But you're a friggin' voice actor. You get in a little box, you speak into a microphone just like this one, and you say your stupid lines and then you get the hell out. You do not need to embody this character. What the hell are we going to do when we got friggin' robots and aliens and shit? Or, God, half alien, half humans. What are we going to do then? Does SETI need to start broadcasting signals into space looking for such and such species for such and such animated show. I mean, it's going beyond that too. Because, as they say here, that same week, Jenny Slate stepped back from voicing the biracial character Missy on Netflix's Big Mouth, which, I don't know if you've seen the show Big Mouth. That shit has way bigger problems than who's voicing what character, I assure you. Mike Henry said he will no longer voice Cleveland on Fox's Family Guy. So, as if it wasn't bad enough that first the Cleveland show gets canceled, Family Guy is just gone on too long. Now you actually want to replace the guy playing Cleveland. People are instantly going to notice a totally different voice for a character who's been on this show for what, 10 plus years? You cannot just swap them out of fucking nowhere just to make some diversity higher. It's going to turn people off. And you already have enough problems with people tuning out of Family Guy without making it worse. Then, even The Simpsons go for it, announcing that it won't have white actors voicing non-white characters going forward. Yet another show that has gone on way too long. I'm sorry, Simpsons fans, but it should have died a long time ago. And you're just making things even harder on yourself on a show that has enough problems to deal with already. All of which, and all these exits from shows are coming after the death of George Floyd, which I'm not going to comment on one way or the other. And the obviously Breonna Taylor, which was very upsetting to me personally. But again, that's not what this is exactly supposed to be about in this video. Let's see. Ayo Edebiri replaced Slate on Big Mouth, while Bell's role was recast with Amy Raver Lampman. Like, I know who Kristen Bell is. I know what to expect from her. Who the hell is this? Guess she's been in The Umbrella Academy. She's been on Umbrella Academy. Let's just check real fast here. Got Emmy Raver Lampman. Because my bigger issue is if you're swapping out a voice actor for somebody else, that voice actor you're replacing, they better be just as good as Kristen Bell, okay? So let's see if I can find her IMDb here and figure out what exactly she's even been in that qualifies her to replace what I consider a pretty good actress. So, my God, she's only been almost all of her credits are from like the last year and a half. Got first one, Side by Side by Susan Blackwell. She was starring herself. She didn't even have to act. The Morning Show, just being herself. 34th Independent Spirit Awards last year, being herself. Last Call with Carson Daly, herself. Some Good News, herself. Interviews for... So those 6 of her credits are just her playing herself. She's got 11 credits that weren't her playing herself. Odd Mom Out, which I'm guessing didn't last long. Blind Spotting, Woman uncredited. Didn't even really get a spot. Million Little Things. Looks like it was probably just one episode. American Dad, 1 episode. Jane the Virgin. She got on a whole 2 episodes for that. um, Stucco, a short film relaxer, playing as herself somehow. My God. Robot Chicken. 1 episode of Robot Chicken from the Murder Thing special. And now Central Park. My God, she's got like only 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whole 8 credits where she actually was acting in some meaningful way. 7 if you drop the one where she played Relaxer as herself in the short movie. This person is just not freaking qualified, is what I'm getting at here. You need to be qualified to take over a role if you're gonna have a successful show. So Harmon went on with that issue. They call it the whitewashing thing, if you will, that's been going on for a while. Harmon said during the Creative Emmys virtual backstage, the wave has gotten to the point where it's huge now, but we've been in that water for a bit, and I've, not even out of nobility, but out of pragmatism, I've always been of the mind that there's a lot of actors out there. If we're saying that it's an important part of a character, they are a certain background, the best way to do this is to find an actor of that background. But again, the whole point of acting is to become that character. So you go, you study, you learn about the background of this character, those experiences, and then you act. I mean, goddamn. Do you think Joaquin Phoenix went out and actually murdered people and that's why he got the job as Joker? Do you think Robert De Niro was ever an Italian gangster? An ex-con? Hire the most qualified person. Do not think about their age, their race, their sex, okay, I guess technically you have to think about their gender and age, but, race, ethnicity, nationality, anything to do with their freaking background. Let them study up, learn about the character, learn about those experiences, and let actors act. That's literally what you're paying them for. But even he has to admit, he added, but it gets into this weird question, what if you don't find an actor from that particular group for representation purposes? Or what if that actor is the worst actor in the world? Those conversations are minefields. Best thing that people of privilege can do is not try to figure it out logically. Take a flyer. It sure feels like the right thing to do is to not write. This guy looks like this, and then cast someone that doesn't do an impression of someone that looks that way. Don't think about it logically. That's like saying a movie or a TV show isn't that bad if you just don't think about it. I mean, if you just don't think about it, it kind of makes... I don't even know what impression I'm doing there. I'm so just over this nonsense. Just hire the right person. The most qualified person. And please, for the love of all the gods in the pantheon, think about it logically before you hire anyone. You can't just stop writing certain characters because you couldn't find someone who looked exactly like that character. That would grind entertainment to a halt. What are we gonna do if we like? Are we gonna only hire seasoned Air Force pilots to do movies like Top Gun now? What if there are just not enough people with those specific circumstances of their life who are also actors? The well will run dry in a hot minute if you do that. And one of my biggest peeves of this whole article is when it's brought up that Rick and Morty has been called out over one of the title characters, Rick, voiced by series co-creator executive producer Justin Roiland, whose last name is Sanchez. His background has never been discussed on the show, though. So I'm gonna go with something. Maybe you've heard this line, maybe you haven't. May I introduce you to the entire country of Spain? Spain, believe it or not, is full of white people. Just because you have a Hispanic last name does not instantly make you brown. Frankly, suggesting it like that makes you come off far more racist than if you had just shut up. It doesn't matter what his last name is. It doesn't matter what the color of his skin is. No one bloody well cares what Rick's last name is. Who gives a crap? We watch him because Rick is entertaining for so many other reasons beyond a last name or an ethnicity, because that does not define who he is as a character any more than being black or poor or anything else defines any character in any piece of fiction. Just, I'd love to hear what other people have to say about it in the comments. Do you feel like we should be that hyper specific in hiring, or do you think it doesn't matter, especially when it comes to voice acting? I mean, if you agree, let me know. If you disagree, let me know. And if you want, subscribe. I'd just love it if you did. Until next time, I've been Punk5. I'll see you around.